That's worse than turn your head and cough. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting in front of Dairy Queen, and I'm yelling, get out of my car. And she's like, I'm not leaving. 3 years after that, I'm now teaching a class. Before I wrote this book, I'm teaching a class to help men overcome that same addiction. And we're invited to go to this church camp, family church camp. And at the family church camp, our pastor's teaching one of the sessions. And it's getting really deep. And the session finishes, and we walk out of the chapel. And as we get to the door, my wife turns to me and says those 3 words that make every man tremble. Do you know what words I'm talking about?
We need to talk.
We need to talk. That's worse than turn your head and cough. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know if I wanted to be mad or just throw up all day. Because here's what I know. I'm fat. I'm unlovable. I've sabotaged every relationship I've ever had. This woman could do so much better. And there have probably been a dozen men hunting her down in her life that would be a much better husband to her. Better in the sack, better in the bank, better in the car, better in the house. There's no reason she's hanging on to me. And I expected that we would get there at the end of the day when we had that time to talk. And she would say, I'm done. I'm out. I can't do this anymore. I've found you out. I've discovered all your secrets and lies, and I'm not putting up with it. We sat down at the end of the bed after the kids had gone off to do their thing, and instead, here's what I got. She took my hand in hers, and she looked at me, and she said, you know, every time you say to me that you're fat and unlovable, you're asking me to believe a lie. And when you say to me that I could do much better off and that I should look for somebody else, and that all the mistakes that you made in your life are too much for me to overlook, here's what I know. God sent you to be a gift to me. I love you just like you are, and I have forgiven everything you've ever done. And I need you to see you the way I do. That moment saved our marriage, and in all honesty, if she had gone the other way and said, I'm done and I'm out, it may have ended not just our marriage, but my life. But that story, that moment in time, that little incident, the whole thing probably didn't take 5 minutes to happen. Created a book that took me 15 years to write. Saved our marriage and added another 15 years to our marriage. We have 8 grandkids now. My dad looked at me at Christmas 2 years ago and said, how did you learn to be a father like that? Because I know I wasn't around to teach you that, and my dad didn't know who his dad was. There's no way. And I said, well, my father taught me how to father. See, it's those little stories. That's what I'm looking for you. That's what I'm looking for from you. That's what I'm looking for in you. Now let me show you, I want to demonstrate how brief and yet powerful those stories can be. And then I'm going to answer those 5 things that I promised you.